So let's go through the top 5 that I could remember fake crimes that Democrats have claimed, of course, in their race to victimhood. And what jogged our memory, of course, was this wonderful performance, Oscar-worthy, from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
When all of a sudden I hear boom, 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 boom.
That's also why women can't fight. You see that? Like that woman way of throwing a fist.
Bang, bang.
It's the found footage genre.
Yeah.
She even started laughing. It's like, where am I going with this? She's so cute, though.
She's not. I think she's cute.
Yeah, no.
I think she's cute. I just, it's hard to look into her eyes when one is looking out.
Yeah, I've done a lot worse.
Sweetheart, I just want to look into your eyes and, hey, look at me, look at me. I can. I'm doing the best I can.
I am looking at you.
Your Honor, her eyes were googly. I repeat, googly.
I am looking at you.
How would you describe her? Pretty, dark hair, mocha skin.
Yeah.
Eyes like Oscar the Grouch. I believe googly is the medical nomenclature.
Yes.
Googly.
Oh, man, you had to go
She
there.
looks like her eyes look like, remember Dr. Dreadful when we were kids? Okay, so let's go to the other ones. Right. Joe Biden, he just made this claim again last week that he was shot on a 2007 trip to Iraq. Sorry, shot at. Yes, shot at. When he addressed diplomatic aides to the State Department. This was, I believe, Friday.
You not only have great intellectual capacity, you have great personal courage. I've been with some of you when we've been shot at. I've been with some of you when we've been in places that you would not have any idea you'd want to be when you were going to school foreign policy.
Like Bruce Springsteen's Super Bowl party.
He looks like Bruce Springsteen.
Pass the nacho dip. No, I don't even want to be in your house, and you suck. Here's the thing. He made this exact same claim back in 2008 at the Democratic debate. Here you go.
Inside the green zone where I've been 7 times and shot at, you better make sure you have protection for them or let them die. Number 1. So you can't leave them there.
Okay, I don't know what that means for have protection for them, but he claimed he was shot. This is important. The shot, apparently, this was something he made that claim, and back then he was fact-checked. Keep in mind, he ran in 1980-something, 89, I think, and he had to withdraw in shame because he lied about everything back then. Here, there's a bullshitter Donald Trump, like someone saying, hey, this is a pretty good bill. I said the best bill ever. Versus Joe Biden making up things that didn't happen in places where he never was with people who don't even exist. Big difference. Yeah. The shot apparently landed outside a building he and other senators were in, and Biden even had to clarify his statement. This comes from The Hill, where he says, no one got up and ran from the room. It wasn't that kind of thing. It's not like I had someone holding a gun to my head. I was near where a shot landed. Well, no, a shot landed outside, and afterwards someone had to say, hey, did a shot landed outside? It's like when an earthquake happens and someone's asleep.
And to be clear, it was a couple of 100 yards away.
Yeah.
It wasn't like right outside the building. And somebody said, yeah, there's some mortar fire a couple 100 yards away, and if it keeps up, we're going to have to go down to the basement. But I think we're fine.
Right.
He knows the basement.
And then he crapped himself, but for unrelated reasons.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, now I don't think he knows that what he said was a lie the other day. I just think he's like, well, I remember saying this at one time, so it must be true.
He's incorporated it into his memory.
They love claiming. You guys were Marines, obviously, and I mean, stolen valor is a genre of political speak, I guess. Yeah. But they love claiming that they were shot at. I mean, you also have like Brian Williams. His was more exaggerated. He was like, they shot down my helicopter. Oh. And then like, are you sure that happened? Yeah. And then my pilot went down. Like they hit seagulls on the edge, and I was holding on to it, and I was like, don't you die on me! And then I had to tilt it down, and I'm like, none of that happened.
Yeah, everybody that brags about being shot at, they was never shot at, because anybody that spent any time in war, they never brag about it. They don't even talk about it.
Right. Yeah.
So when you see somebody talking about I was shot at, he's just lying.
Were either you guys ever shot at?
Nah. Thank God.
I know. I mean,
well, if you ever plan on running for office, you might want to find a way to change that a little bit and just say you were shot at.
Nah, I'd never run for office.
You
Like how they do to white people.
No, what you got to do is you just hang a noose in your garage, tell everyone it's a hate crime, then run for office. Uncle Sam's none the wiser. You get the sympathy vote right away. You don't even need to make a noose. Just get a piece of shoelace and tie it and be like, there you go.
Yeah, look, it's a noose.
They poured bleach on me and said MAGA country.
What is up with the bleach, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't get it.
Trying to make him white.
This is what happens. This is what when Jussie Smollett. This is what happens when you hire Nigerian personal trainers to try and role play as white supremacists. Like, what do white supremacists do? I don't know. Do they want us to bleach them? They want us white. Bleach must be what they use. Let's go down to Home Depot. No, Lowe's. Why? Because Home Depot never has anyone to help you.
Smollett's like, do you guys take checks?
Who writes a check?
And you know what? Keep that receipt. That's a write-off. Yeah. So now we have Hillary Clinton claiming, so they're no better than Jussie Smollett. This is why they jumped to support Jussie Smollett and AOC. Hillary Clinton, she claimed repeatedly, that she landed under sniper fire in Bosnia during a 1996 trip. Just roll the clip.
Remember landing under sniper fire? There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down. We landed.
She was the only lady in that White House with her head knocked down.
Ran out because they said there might be sniper fire. I don't remember anybody offering me tea on the tarmac when that was happening.
The welcoming
Action hero.
ceremony had to be moved inside because of sniper fire.
Okay.
That lady is evil.
Well, here's the thing.
Modern day Rambo.
In her defense, unlike Brian Williams and Joe Biden who just makes stuff up, we do have video of that exact arrival here.
How you doing?
Oh, sweet God.
What you guys are doing?
The humanity.
I don't mean the sniper fire. I mean those eyebrows.
Thank everybody that I meet in person. Thank you very much. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Her head went down later when Huma showed up to her hotel room. The point here is I have no idea. They're so comfortable lying because they just don't expect the media to do anything. Just like I said, ABC with the AOC story on Friday saying she recounts her harrowing surviving experience. This is the enemy isn't just people in the White House. The enemy isn't the enemy, and I use this term because Nancy Pelosi says the enemy within. When I say you're political, ideological, the people who are opposed to what you believe in. Listen, if you take the power of Washington, D.C. over Hollywood, over the media, over big tech, most importantly, you would need a CAT scan. It's that these people feel so comfortable lying. We all know that if we made a lie like that, we would immediately be fact-checked. Immediately. We had people trying to call the Mayo Clinic, but I was like, I gotta get rods put in through my chest. That sounds like bullshit. I'm gonna fact check it. She claims she went to Bosnia under sniper fire, and instead they're putting aloha necklaces around her neck. I know I'm exaggerating, but the point remains she was very unattractive back then. We're seeing new and improved Hillary Clinton. Here's one, too. This is a crime, by the way. Faking a crime is actually a crime.
That's true.
But they're never held accountable. Dick Blumenthal. Do you remember this one? Dick Blumenthal in 2008, Connecticut attorney Blick. Jiminy Glick. Dick Blumenthal? Who the hell is that? Dick Blumenthal claimed that he had served in Vietnam. And this was, keep in mind, he didn't just say it like once or twice, like Joe Biden, like Hillary Clinton. They run on this to show you they're one of you. They're the best among us. Here's his claim.
We have learned something very important since the days that I served in Vietnam, and you exemplify it. Whatever we think about the war, whatever we call it, Afghanistan or Iraq, we owe our military men and women unconditional support.
Okay, he not only did he never serve in Vietnam, he was a Marine reservist, thank you for your service, but he took 5 military deferments and actively avoided deployment. And here is Blumenthal admitting that he apparently misspoke. That's the term they use.
On a few occasions, I have misspoken about my service.
Whoops.
And I regret that. And I
he has the Iron Sheik behind him.
I
Gangster.
will not allow anyone to take a few misplaced words and impugn my record.
He's from a Vietnam picture.
I will not allow someone to take a few misplaced words. It's stolen valor, and you ran on it. It's a lie. You're a liar. A few misplaced words. A few misplaced words is like when you say, for example, when I was in the military while Vietnam was happening, but you said it so many times. It's like Hillary Clinton. Well, they're twisting something. No. You said sniper fire repeatedly. You said your heads had to go down. You said you had to move the event to a different. These are detailed lies. There's a difference between being a bullshitter, someone who exaggerates. And listen, people do that. And of course, sometimes they do that on this show when I'm telling a story. We exaggerate because it's entertainment. I understand that. And Donald Trump would exaggerate. Wasn't a big fan of it. I think sometimes he could play loosey-goosey with the facts. These people make stuff up from the ground up because there is no fear whatsoever of accountability.
Right, and it's even worse than that. It's not like this guy joined the Marines and just happened to be in the reserves like some of my buddies where they just never got shipped out overseas to Afghanistan or stuff like that. He actually had 4 deferments that were just fine, and the 5th one was actually hanging in the balance. It didn't look like the 5th one was going to work, and he ended up getting placed in the Marine Reserves doing Toys for Tots and cleanup locally in the United States. It was like a covet. I don't mind that either.
That's a sweet gig.
It is.
Just don't say that you were out in Vietnam when you use the older brother excuse from Wonder Years that you had flat feet, so you were giving out shoebox full of Tootsie Rolls. Piece of shit.
And you did everything in your power to stay away from there. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been trying to not go, right? I get it. You know, if you're going to get called up, that's a scary proposition.
If you join the military, you shouldn't be trying to not go.
No. He didn't join the military. That's what I'm saying. He didn't do it of his own volition.
Yeah.
He was in college a couple of times. Like he was in Harvard one time. He was in grad school the next time. I get it. You're deferred because you're in school. That's totally legit. But then he avoided it with everything he could. And then he's saying that he served during Vietnam, playing off it like, yeah, I served during Vietnam. You didn't go there, and you didn't want to go there either way.
He knew a dog who was served in Vietnam.
What about John Kerry and the Swift boats? Did we all forget about that stuff?
Oh, my God. I can't believe John Kerry and the Swift boats. How do we forget that?
That's a huge one. And he's still in politics now.
I don't even know how you'd fit that head in a Swift boat.
He's a Swift boat czar, I think.
You got to push him in sideways, kind of Tetris it. And you guys were in the Marines, too. And this is when, you didn't talk about it a whole lot when I found you guys because you were doing just fitness videos and we thought your sketches and bits were funny. And then I'd read an interview where I found out that you were in the Marines. And I thought, oh, wait, business owners, Marines seem like good family guys. And that's when I said, I bet you they're more conservative than they realize. And you never just played it up where, like, thank me for my service.
Yeah.
But you guys did actually serve.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Nancy Pelosi is another one. This is our number 2 story. We're getting near the end of this now because we have Tulsi Gabbard if she still wants to be on.
She's not watching the show.
Like, oh my God, the Hodge Twins on?
Well, we'll mute your mics. After she was caught maskless, remember this in the salon in the particle vortex that is the dryer, she accused, this is just one of the worst clips.
This is the worst.
Nancy Pelosi. I've always said this. You guys say Hillary Clinton is evil, and people used to give me so much flack in the 2016 election. I said, look. Hillary Clinton is bad. Hillary Clinton is a politician. The person who's evil is Nancy Pelosi, and the only other person who I would say put in that category is Whitmer. Whitmer and Pelosi are, and of course the squad, but they're just like so outlandish that no one's going to take them seriously.
Low-level demons.
It's just going to be one really bad quote from Ilhan Omar about the Jews, and like, all right, hit the bricks, brother, marry her. So after she was caught maskless in the salon, she blamed this during on the salon owner. She blamed it. She blamed the salon owner of setting. It was a setup.
And let me just say this. I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times. As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, she's done. End clip.
I think that that this salon owes me an apology for setting up.
Oh, what a bitch. What the hell? She's like, well, it works for black people. This was a setup, man. That wasn't my drugs.
Ain't that like a woman to do? Where it's like, listen, you are in the wrong. I think you owe me an apology for accusing me of being wrong. I mean, I lied, but you didn't have to have a tone about it. Well, here's the thing. The salon owner actually provided receipts, texts, showing that it was in fact booked by Nancy Pelosi's assistant. So it was a setup. By your people and placed in your Google Calendar. Now here's my favorite one. Not that it's the worst one, but it's just because she's the worst person in the list. Maybe not. It's, you know what? It's just a toss-up of subpar human beings.
Subpar.
Ilhan Omar has recently claimed that the GOP is trying to strip her of committees because she is black and Muslim.
They know they're doing what it is in their blade book, which is every time they are accused of wrongdoing to say, hey, look over here. There's a Muslim, there's an immigrant, there's a black person doing something else.
I mean, we're getting a little loose with the rule book. We're saying black.
Yeah.
I'm getting so tired of that black card. I know you white people getting sick of it. I'm sick of it and I'm black. Yeah.
It's because I'm Muslim. It's because I'm black. And that's what you read. A lot of people, they go racism against Islam. It's like, oh, Muslim is not a race. That's what they try and do, right? She tries to put it there because I'm Muslim, because I'm black. No. That's actually not why they wanted to remove you from committees. So keep in mind, while people are talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I do think conspiracies that 9/11 didn't, or the Pentagon thing didn't happen. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know that we want to set the standard of removing people because they once held crazy opinions, because constituents did vote for that person, and that's the process. If people vote for that, that's what they deserve to get. They vote for it. Yeah. But Ilhan Omar, if we're going to be comparing why they want to remove her from committees, is not because she's black and Muslim, but kind of because of the radical anti-Semitic tirades and crazy conspiracy theories. Here you go.
Congresswoman Ilhan Omar drew criticism after tweeting that U.S. politicians support Israel because it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Talk about the political influence in this country that says it is okay for people to push for allegiance to a foreign country.
CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something.
We want to make sure that our allies are living out the same values that we push for.
Why do you support BDS? Why do you support BDS?
Yeah, she almost, when she says the horrifying things, I give her the credit where there seems to be remorse because of that uptalk. She's like, because some people did something. Did those words leave my mouth? Why am I talking?
You do feel sorry for her just a little bit.
I support Hezbollah. Stop! That uptalk. It's like she's shocked at the evil. Like, maybe I should use a straw so it would limit my output.
Right, and with all the outrage on the left right now from the conspiracy theories, like you said, horrible stuff. Like that stuff's crazy. That what's her name, MCG or MTG, whatever her name is spouting from the right, but. This person's in your own party. I would believe your outrage a little bit more if maybe you cared about her.
Right. Keep talking for a little bit because I have to change. Well, what do I need to put this to here, Quarterback Garrett? Well, okay.
Well, and Marjorie, by the way, so the problem with her, by the way, I don't know if anybody picked up on this, but the Democrats actually have removed her from committees.
Yeah.
So now the party that is in power is determining what minority people,
which party,
not minority like race or anything like that, can be on a committee.
Stop speaking! Every time I say something, it's bad.
I hate you.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.